I, Saima, Iram, and my partner Shrutika are here to give a seminar on Microsoft Azure. So, Microsoft Windows Azure is a cloud operating system built on top of Microsoft data centers infrastructure and provides developers with a collection of services for building applications with cloud technology. These services can range from compute, storage, and networking, and also access control and business intelligence. So, any application that is built on top of Microsoft technology can be scaled using the Azure platform, which integrates the scalability features into the common Microsoft technologies. Now, this figure here provides an overview of services provided by Azure. These services can be managed and controlled through the Windows Azure Management Portal, and this management portal acts as an administrative console for all the services which are provided or offered by the Azure platform. So the Windows Azure platform, it is made up of a foundation layer and a set of developer services that can be used to build scalable applications. These services cover compute, storage, networking, and identity management, which are tied together by a middleware. This middleware is known as App Fabric. Hence, this scalable computing environment is hosted within the Microsoft data centers and accessible through the Windows Azure Management Portal. Also, the developers can recreate a Windows Azure environment using their own machines for the development and testing purposes. So, let us see the overview of the Azure middleware and its services in this section. So, firstly, the compute services. What are compute services? These are the services that are the core components of Microsoft Windows Azure and are delivered by means of extraction of roles. Currently, there are three different roles. Those are web role, worker role, and the virtual machine role. So the web role is designed to implement scalable web applications. Web roles represent the units of deployment of web applications within the Azure infrastructure. Also, they are hosted on the IIS 7 web server, which is a component of the infrastructure that supports Azure. And when Azure detects peak loads in the request made to give an application, it then deploys multiple web roles for the application and distributes the load among them by means of a load balancer. Next, the worker role. The worker roles are designed to host general compute services on Azure. They can be used quickly to provide compute power or to host services that do not communicate with the external world through HTTP. A common practice for worker roles is to use them to provide background processing for web applications developed with web roles. And lastly, the virtual machine role is to allow the developers to fully control the computing stack of their compute service by defining a custom image of the Windows Server operating system and all the service stack required by the applications. Now let us see what are storage services. The compute resources that are equipped with local storage in the form of directory on the local file system that can be used to temporarily store information that is useful for the current execution cycle of a role. If the role is restarted and activated on a different physical machine, this information is lost. So there are different type of storage services, and they are Azure Drive, tables, queues, blobs Azure. So blobs Azure allows storing large amount of data in the form of binary large objects called blobs by means of blob service. Azure Drive is a page. Blobs can be used to store an entire file system in the form of a single virtual hard drive. Tables, they constitute a semi-structured storage solution, and they allow users to store information in the form of entities with a collection of properties. The maximum dimension of a row key and partition keys is 1 KB. Queues. Queue storage allows applications to communicate by exchanging messages through durable queues, thus avoiding lost or unprocessed messages. Applications enter messages into a queue, and other application can read them in first in, first out style, that is FIFO.
In the core infrastructure of Microsoft Azure, we have App Fabric, where App Fabric is a comprehensive middleware for developing, deploying, and managing applications on the cloud. of integrating existing applications with the cloud services. App Fabric implements an optimized infrastructure supporting scaling out, high availability, sandboxing, and multi-tenancy, state management, dynamic address resolution, and routing. It allows developers to build heterogeneous applications. Access control. Access control. The App Fabric provides the capability of encoding access control to resources in web applications and services into a set of rules that are expressed outside the application code base. These rules give a great degree of flexibility in terms of availability to secure components of the application and define access control policies for users and groups. Service bus. Service bus constitutes messaging and connectivity infrastructure provided with App Fabric for building distributed disconnected applications in the Azure cloud and provides private premises and Azure cloud. Service bus allows applications to interact with different protocols patterns over the reliable communication channel that guarantees delivery. Azure Cache. When Windows Azure provides a set of durable storage solutions that allows applications to persist their data. The solutions are based on disk storage, and Azure Cache is a service that allows developers to quickly access data persistent on Windows Azure storage or in SQL Server. It implements a distributed in-memory cache for which the size can be dynamically adjusted by applications according to their needs. It is possible to store any .NET managed object as well as many data components and formats. There are other services also which are present on Microsoft Azure, such as Windows Azure Virtual Network and Content Delivery Network. Windows Azure Connect and Windows Azure Traffic Manager. This is included in Windows Azure Virtual Network. Windows Azure Connect allows easy setup of IP-based network connectivity among machines hosted on the private premises and roles deployed on the Azure cloud. Whereas Windows Azure Traffic Manager provides load balancing